Computer hardware categories. 1. Input hardware. An input device refers to a type of hardware device that enables users to input data and control signals into a computer system. Input devices can be classified according to the modality of input they employ, including mechanical motion, auditory, visual, and other modalities. There are several prevalent instances of input devices that are commonly utilized. Input hardware consists of the following. A keyboard serves as an input device for the purpose of entering textual content and various characters into a computer system. The keyboard possesses a diverse array of keys, with each key symbolizing a distinct character or command. The mouse is a peripheral device utilized for navigating a graphical user interface by enabling users to manipulate a cursor's position on the screen and make selections. The device is equipped with a pair of buttons that facilitate the actions of clicking and right-clicking on various items. A stylus is a pointing device that is used to interact with touchscreen devices. Styluses typically have a rubber or plastic tip that is used to tap or swipe on the screen. Styluses can be used for a variety of purposes, such as taking notes, drawing pictures, and playing games. A touchscreen is a type of display that enables users to engage with it through direct physical contact. Touchscreens are frequently employed in portable electronic devices, such as smartphones and tablets. A barcode reader is a device that can read printed barcodes and capture the encoded data. Barcodes are optical machine-readable representations of data that are typically found on products, labels, and other items. Barcode readers are used in a wide variety of industries, including retail, manufacturing, healthcare, and logistics. Barcode readers are essential tools for various purposes, including product scanning, asset tracking, patient identification, and document processing. They help businesses track inventory, process payments, collect customer data, improve efficiency in manufacturing and logistics, ensure patient safety in healthcare, and automate document processing in invoices and shipping labels. RFID, radio frequency identification, readers are devices that can read the information stored on RFID tags. RFID tags are small electronic devices that contain a microchip and an antenna. RFID tags can be attached to objects or embedded in them. RFID tags can store a variety of information, such as product codes, serial numbers, and asset tracking data. RFID readers work by transmitting radio waves to RFID tags. When the radio waves hit an RFID tag, the tag's antenna absorbs them and converts them into electrical energy. The electrical energy powers the microchip in the tag, which then transmits the stored data back to the reader. A camera is a device utilized for the purpose of capturing visual representations in the form of photographs and movies. A scanner is a device utilized to transform tangible documents, such as paper, into digital representations. Resolution is the number of pixels per unit length in computers and screens. Digital images and displays are made of pixels. High resolution means more pixels per unit of length and clearer, more detailed images and displays. Resolution is usually measured in dpi, the number of pixels per inch in a printed image. A microphone is a device utilized for the purpose of capturing audio. The joystick is a manual input device utilized for the purpose of controlling various programs, particularly gaming software. It has a stick that can be moved in different directions to control the cursor or other objects. Biometric readers use a person's unique physical traits to verify their identity. Security, access control, and time and attendance systems use biometric readers. Fingerprint readers identify people using their fingerprints' unique ridges and troughs. Many apps use fingerprint readers, one of the most commonly used biometric readers. Hand geometry readers. Hand geometry readers recognize people by their distinctive hand size and form. Although less prevalent than fingerprint readers, hand geometry readers are nonetheless employed in some applications. Face recognition readers recognize people using their distinctive facial features. Face recognition readers are becoming more common in security and access control. Iris recognition readers detect people using the iris's distinctive patterns. Among the most secure biometric readers, iris recognition readers are also the most expensive. Voice recognition readers. Voice recognition readers recognize people using their distinctive voice patterns. Voice recognition readers are becoming more common in smartphones and smart speakers. OMR, OCR, and MCR devices can read and interpret written data. However, they work differently and serve various objectives. OMR readers read pre-filled forms like tests and surveys. OMR readers scan forms for bubbles and markings using light. After interpreting the marks, the OMR reader digitizes them. OCR readers read printed text. Following a light source scan, OCR readers utilize several algorithms to recognize the characters in the image. The OCR reader digitizes the characters. MICR readers read magnetic ink characters, which are printed with magnetic ink. Bank checks and other financial documents are examined by MICR readers. MICR readers read magnetic ink characters and digitize them. MIDI keyboards are input devices that allow users to input musical notes into a computer. MIDI keyboards are typically used by musicians and composers to create and record music. Adaptive input devices are input devices that are designed to be used by people with disabilities. Adaptive input devices can be used to input text, commands, and other data into a computer. Adaptive input devices come in a variety of forms, such as eye gaze trackers allow users to control a computer using their eyes. Switches allow users to control a computer using a single muscle movement. Trackballs and joysticks are pointing devices that can be used by users with limited hand mobility. Ergonomic input devices are input devices that are designed to reduce the risk of repetitive strain injuries, RSIs. RSIs are injuries that can be caused by repetitive movements, such as typing on a keyboard or using a mouse. Microphones, headsets, MIDI keyboards, adaptive input devices, and ergonomic input devices can interface with computers and other devices. Each input device has pros and cons, and the ideal one for a given application depends on the user's demands. The next type of hardware is the processing hardware. It consists of a system unit, also known as the computer case or tower, is the main enclosure of a desktop computer. It contains all of the computer's essential components, including the motherboard, CPU, RAM, hard drive, and power supply. The motherboard is the main circuit board in the system unit. It connects all of the other components in the system unit together and allows them to communicate with each other. The motherboard also contains the BIOS, Basic Input-Output System, which is the firmware that controls the startup process and provides basic functionality to the computer. The system unit components are motherboard, CPU, RAM, hard drive, power supply, optical drive, DVD or Blu-ray drive, video card, sound card, network card, USB ports, audio ports, video ports. Ports are connectors on the system unit that allow you to connect external devices, such as a monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, and speakers. There are a variety of different types of ports, and the specific ports that are available will vary depending on the system unit. USB ports. USB ports are used to connect a variety of devices, such as external hard drives, printers, scanners, and digital cameras. Audio ports. Audio ports are used to connect speakers and microphones. Video ports. Video ports are used to connect a monitor to the system unit. Ethernet port. An Ethernet port is used to connect the system unit to a wired network. Wi-Fi antenna. A Wi-Fi antenna is used to connect the system unit to a wireless network. The CPU, or processor, is the computer's brain. It executes all computer commands. ALU, control unit, and core make up the CPU, an advanced hardware component. Arithmetic logic unit, ALU. The CPU's ALU conducts mathematical and logical operations. The operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and logical and, OR, and NOT. The ALU compares values and decides. Control unit. The control unit of the CPU controls instruction execution. It reads instructions from memory, decodes them, and tells CPU components to execute them. Control units also assure correct instruction order. Core. The CPU core contains the ALU and control unit. Multiple cores allow modern CPUs to execute multiple programs simultaneously. CPU measurement. Processor speed is measured in gigahertz. CPUs with higher GHz ratings are speedier. However, CPU speed is not the sole performance aspect. Core count, cache size, and CPU architecture also matter. CPUs are crucial to modern computers. They execute all computer instructions and are crucial to performance. Here are several CPU tasks. Starting and running programs. Playing games. Watching videos. Video and photo editing. Web browsing and document creation. Emailing and receiving. The CPU is essential to any computer, so choose one that meets your demands. Memory is a device that stores data. Computers use memory to store both data and instructions. There are several different types of memory, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. RAM, random access memory, is the main type of memory used in computers. RAM is a volatile memory, which means that it loses its contents when the computer is turned off. RAM is very fast, but it is also very expensive. The more RAM a computer has, the more data it can store in memory at any given time, which can improve performance. Cache memory. Cache memory is a small amount of very fast memory that is used to store frequently accessed data. Cache memory is typically located on the CPU itself. When the CPU needs to access data, it first checks the cache memory. If the data is in the cache memory, the CPU can access it immediately. If the data is not in the cache memory, the CPU must access the main memory, which is slower. Registers. Registers are very fast small amounts of memory that are located on the CPU itself. Registers are used to store the data and instructions that the CPU is currently working on. Registers are the fastest type of memory, but they are also the smallest. ROM. ROM, read-only memory, is a type of non-volatile memory that is used to store permanent data, such as the BIOS, Basic Input-Output System. ROM is typically used to store the firmware that is needed to start up the computer and to provide basic functionality. Flash memory. Flash memory is a type of non-volatile memory that is used to store data that needs to be retained even when the power is turned off. Flash memory is typically used in USB drives, SD cards, and solid-state drives, SSDs.